Two big mistakes made by Terrence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, and what they could have capitalized on before making a super fight like this happen. Let's start off with Terrence Bud Crawford. No doubt about it, plain and simple, the ring activity by Terrence Bud Crawford as of lately and the past few years have been terrible. And I get that there was some possible blockage from Top Rank about Terrence Bud Crawford not getting the fights earlier and that he deserved in his career. But I know Terrence Bud Crawford and Turki Al-Sheikh were obviously talking behind the scenes about making a possible fight with Canelo Alvarez where those stars aligned, where it was a guaranteed fight for him. So the ring activity, in my opinion, is the biggest thing for me and the biggest thing in the sport of boxing. Get on any and every card possible that you can, the minimum of at least 2, if not 3 times a year. And when you get a little bit older, like Terrence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez in this sport, at least 2 times a year, at the very least, because the ring activity is what's going to keep you at that top level and getting those elite fights and staying in there with those younger, mid, early 30 elite fighters. So the ring activity by Terrence Bud Crawford definitely could have benefited him in this fight. He could have fought again at 154, and then he could have fought again at 160. Like I said, knowing him and Turki Al-Sheikh had this fight lined up for Terrence Bud Crawford. But then again, let's say Crawford didn't look good at 154. Let's say he didn't look good at 160. Could that have blocked the Canelo Alvarez fight for him? Regardless, I still feel like he should have fought once, twice before signing up for this Canelo Alvarez fight because of the ring activity. Now you have momentum going. Your body is still up to date. So I thought Terrence Bud Crawford could have capitalized a lot on his ring activity as of lately. And even before this Canelo fight, I would have loved to see him fight a lot more over these past few years. Now, Canelo Alvarez. The ring activity I can appreciate. We can count on Canelo to fight 2 times a year. But his opponent selection as of lately has not been great. When they announced that he was going to fight Edgar Berlanga, everybody said who? When they announced that Canelo Alvarez was going to fight William Skull, everybody said who? And I get why he fought William Skull, to regain that IBF so him and Crawford can fight for undisputed, so Turki Al-Sheikh can put Terrence Bud Crawford in a position where he can be 3-time undisputed. So I get that. That was a business move. But Edgar Berlanga didn't come to fight. William Skull didn't come to fight. Jermall Charlo didn't come to fight. When was the last time we seen Canelo in a firefight? When was the last time we seen Canelo in a physical fight? Not since he's fought Triple G. And again, there's a reason why he had to fight him 3 different times. When you make it a physical fight, when you make it a firefight, when you have to make Canelo work, he's very, very vulnerable as a fighter. He's at his weakest, in my opinion, due to his gas tank. 10, 11, and 12 are the rounds to steal in that fight from Canelo Alvarez, are the rounds to capitalize in a fight with Canelo Alvarez. Look what happened when he jumped up and fought Dimitri Bivol at 175. I give him credit for that fight because he jumped up in weight and he tried to be great. That's the Canelo Alvarez who wanted to still continue build his legacy and not chase down every dollar that he can get, because Canelo is now a money fighter and not a physical fighter, not a firefighter, not an elite fighter. Is he an elite fighter? No doubt about it. As of lately, I'm going to say no. He didn't fight David Benavidez. He didn't fight David Morale, who were next up at 168. He's calling himself the face of this sport. He's calling himself the best fighter in the sport, but yet he's not fighting the best that division had to offer. And David Benavidez definitely earned his shot. And I think there's a reason why he didn't fight David Benavidez, the passing of the torch, in my opinion, and not wanting to lose again. And then David Morale, because look what happened when they fought each other at 175. It was an all-out war. So you know, if that fight got made with Canelo Alvarez at 168, David Morale and David Benavidez definitely would have showed up to fight and actually tried to win. Not like Jermall Charlo, not like Edgar Berlanga, not like William Skull. Let me know what you guys think about this take. Let me know your guys' picks and what's gonna happen to Canelo Alvarez when his ring competition is not up to date and his body is not up to date with a physical fight, a firefight, a 50-50 fight. And I believe Crawford is bringing exactly that, a ring IQ of his own, ring experience of his own, a skill set of his own, and he's coming to win. We don't ever hear Terence Crawford talk about money and how he's chasing money. He's still chasing legacy. He's still hungry. He still wants to be great. That's why he's jumping up to 168 and trying to snatch 3-time undisputed from Canelo Alvarez. What's going to happen when Canelo hasn't put his body through that fire lately? He hasn't put his body through a physical fight lately. And like I said, Terence Crawford is coming to fight. So what's going to happen when that ring competition ain't up to date for Canelo Alvarez? How is it going to show for him in that ring? That's exactly why I'm picking Terence Crawford to win this fight. A skill set of his own, an IQ of his own, experience of his own, and he is way more athletic than Canelo Alvarez in this fight. And his movement, I feel like, is going to play a major part in this fight when it comes to the scorecards. Terence Crawford on the scorecards. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.